أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على السلام. حي على السلام. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وبعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله تعالى، وخير الهدي هدي سيدنا محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. وبعد, inshallah, today we will start starting with the next surah immediately, 69th surah in the Quran, Surah Al-Haqqa, after Surah Al-Qalam. But before I start the explanation of Surah Al-Haqqa with you today, inshallah, I would like to say that guidance is only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can't guide anybody whom we love. Guidance only is something that is placed in the hearts of the human beings through Allah Azza wa Jal. There is a story that I would like to start with that tells us this reality, that Surah Al-Haqqa itself everybody knows that Sayyidina Umar, he was non-Muslim, he is a revert. Radiallahu anhu wa arda. Al-Imam Ahmad reported in his Musnad that Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu said, خرجت أتعرض للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم Sayyidina Umar, one day he came out of his house with the intention of harming An-Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. You know, Sayyidina Umar, he was very strong physically and mentally, and he was a non-Muslim, so he considered An-Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam as one of his enemies. He's going now to harm his enemy. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. قال فوجدته to him, or to do anything to him. قال فافتتح بسورة الحاقة فوقفت خلفه. Then the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, the first thing he did when he went into the masjid, he started to pray 2 rak'at that we call Tahiyyatul Masjid. After Surah Al-Fatiha, he started reciting Surah Al-Haqqah that we're trying to make tafsir of it today. Then قال فأعجبني القرآن أو قال كلمة شبهها ثم قال فقلت في نفسي إنه لشاعر. That Allah has revealed on Muhammad alayhi salatu. Then I said in my mind to myself, he didn't speak out, he didn't say anything, the Prophet didn't hear him. He said silently, this man is a poet. فقرأ النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام وما هو بقول شاعر قليلا ما تؤمنون. Then immediately after Umar said to himself, this man is a poet, and Nabi ﷺ recited the verse, this Quran is not the saying of a poet. قَلِيلًا مَا تُؤْمِنُونَ, little do you believe. Then Sayyidina Umar was shocked. He said, okay, so he knows now what's inside of my head. I'm talking to myself. إِنَّهُ لَكَاهِنٌ فَقَرَأَ. Okay, he's a magician. Then Nabi ﷺ immediately recited the ayah after. And he said, and this Quran is not the saying of a magician. Little do you remember. قَلِيلًا مَا تَذَكَّرُونَ. And then he said, تَنزِيلٌ مِّن رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. This is a revelation from the master of the universe, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قال عمر فَوَقَعَ الْإِسْلَامُ فِي قَلْبِي كُلَّ مَوْقِعٍ. At that moment, Islam found its place firmly in my heart. And it was one of the reasons why Umar radiallahu anhu reverted to Islam. So what we can learn from this story, this brief story, it's in Musnad Sayyidina Imam Ahmad, is that guidance is only in the ayah. Allah is telling An-Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam that you, ya Muhammad, indeed you guide to a straight path. وَإِنَّكَ لَتَهْدِي إِلَى صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ. You guide to a straight path. But in another ayah, it tells just the opposite. He says, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Indeed, you do not guide whomever you love. The only one who guides is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He guides whomever He wills. So these two ayat, they seem to contradict each other, but actually there is no any contradiction because hidayah is of two kinds. We have two kinds of hidayah. The first kind of hidayah is somebody, he doesn't pray 5 times a day. He can't make it to the masjid 5 times in jama'ah, it's hard. Then he comes to Jum'ah and he finds the imam addressing this topic and talking about the importance of Salatul Jama'ah. So this is some guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I haven't prepared anything, you haven't prepared this, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He did the whole thing for you to listen, and maybe you will change just because of this khutbah. Somebody who is not good towards his parents, somebody who is eating haram, somebody he is watching something that is haram, he comes to the khutbah, to a halaqah, finds somebody is addressing the same topic that he needs. It's called dalalat at-tawfiq. This is tawfiq, help. that we really need. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us through hidayat at-tawfiq. Allahumma ameen. Hidayat al-dalala is, for example, what's happening every Friday by the imams. See, the imams all over the world, they are delivering khutbahs every Friday. And they are telling people about the straight path. They are trying to tell themselves first and foremost, and to also guide others. This is called Lat al-Irshad. I'm just telling you where is the straight path. And it's up to you if you're going to follow or not. But Dalal al-Tawfiq is another story. And that's exactly what happens with Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu through Surah Al-Haqqa. It's not that Rasulullah knew what's going on in Umar's mind. It's not like this. He doesn't know the is the coherence between these two surahs, Surah Al-Haqqa and the surah before, Surah Al-Qalam. What is the connection? What is the transition between these two surahs? Is there any connection? There are some topics that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses in Surah Al-Qalam briefly, and He gives the details of the same topics in Surah Al-Haqqa. And this is the connection between these two surahs. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He talked about istidraj, which is the last lesson that we discussed in our Quran halaqah last Saturday, when He said, فَذَرْنِي وَمَن Muhammad alayhi salatu leave me with those who deny and reject your message. I will lead them into punishment step by step, gradually from where they don't realize. They will not realize what's going on to them. Step by step, they will be led into punishment. And then He said, وَأُمْلِي لَهُمْ إِنَّ كَيْدِي مَتِينٌ. Give them more time. He's eating haram, give him more time. He doesn't pray, give him more time. They are killing Muslims, give them more time. Allah is giving them a long leash. Just take your time, do whatever. And then He said, Inna kaydi mateen. Indeed, my plan is firm. My punishment is severe. He has a plan. What is the plan? Nothing is mentioned in أهلكوا بالطاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر عاتية. Look at the connection between the two surahs. الحق ما الحق وما أدراك ما الحق كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارعة. Those two tribes, the tribe of Thamud, the tribe of Sayyidina Salih alayhi salam, Wa'ad, the people of Sayyidina Hud alayhi salam, they denied the message, they denied the hereafter, they denied Al-Qari'ah, the hereafter. And then He said, فَأَمَّا ثَمُودُ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِالطَّاغِيَةِ. I have destroyed Thamud, the tribe of Thamud, with الطاغية. الطاغية means الصيحة. الصيحة means الصوت الشديد. It means very loud sound that they all heard, and then they died because of this loud sound. It's called صيحة. Destroy with a wind, very strong wind. It was too cold that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent upon them that destroyed all of them. So these are some details about istidraj, leading the deniers into punishment step by step. Another topic that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed in Surah Al-Qalam, and He gave details in Surah Al-Haqqa. He only spoke about the righteous people and the Jannah in one ayah. Only one ayah. He said, إِنَّ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ جَنَّاتِ النَّعِيمِ. Indeed, for the believers with the Lord Jannat, they will have paradise in the Akhirah. He's talking about the righteous people. There is no any detail. عن ساق ويدعون إلى السجود فلا يستطيعون. And the day of Qiyamah, those who don't pray in this dunya will be called to pray in the Akhirah, and they won't be able to make sujood before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because they didn't make sujood in the dunya. We discussed this before. Then it's only one scene. Very brief. The details are mentioned in Surah Al-Haqqa, فأما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه وأما من أوتي كتابه بشماله. Allah is talking in details to us about the people who will be given their books with their right hands and those who will be given their books with their left hands. He's explaining in details their reaction and in details how are they going to be led into Jannah and into hellfire. In details. These are 2 points that we have before starting the explanation of Surah Al-Haqqa. The third point that we have is that the first 3 ayat in Surah Al-Haqqa, Al-Haqqatu mal-Haqqatu wa ma adraka mal-Haqqa, is just a wake-up call from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everybody who is heedless of the akhirah, who is heedless of the Jannah and Nar, who is heedless of being called into account by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's inshallah what I'm going to reflect on after Jilsat al-Istiraha. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا مولانا رسول الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. The first ayah in Surah Al-Haqqa, Al-Haqqatu mal-Haqqa wa ma adraka mal-Haqqa. Al-Haqqa. Al-Haqqa means the absolute undeniable reality. Because the word Al-Haqqa, it comes from the root Haqq. And everybody knows, almost everybody, even if it's not Arab, he knows the word haqq. It means the truth. It means the reality. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has called this religion with this, He has described Islam as haqq. وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَذَهَبَ Al-Haqqa, it means there is an event that indeed is going to happen and there is no doubt about it. Al-Haqqa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is talking to us and waking us up by speaking about the Akhirah, the day of judgment, the day of resurrection. That everybody is going to see the reality of his deeds in that day. Al-Haqqa. Then the second ayah, Mal-Haqqa. What is the reality? Then he is asking a question. And one way to emphasize something, to actually to attract the attention of people, talking about Mal-Haqqa, what is the undeniable reality? And he didn't tell anything yet. We don't know. Now everybody's asking himself, what is he talking about, subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then the third ayah, he repeats the same thing. And he says, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحَاقَّةُ. What is going to inform you about the Jannah, about the hellfire is important. It's just as important as talking about halal and haram in Islam. Both of them are important. As Sayyida Aisha رضوان الله عليها said, أن أول ما نزل من القرآن آية تتكلم عن الجنة والنار. The first ayah that were revealed on Muhammad عليه الصلاة والسلام were the ayah that addresses the issue of Jannah and Nar, the Akhirah, the day of judgment, what's going on in the grave. Anything that speaks about the unseen world, about Aqidah, is the first ayat that was revealed on him ﷺ, just for non-Muslims to start loving this religion and coming closer to this religion. warning people while talking about the hellfire and the last day. And then ayat was revealed regarding alcohol and committing zina. She said, and if the first ayat in the Quran were about drinking khamr, alcohol, and committing start by talking about this unseen world and the last day, and then you go to do's and don'ts, and we don't go the other way around. These are 3 points that I wanted to mention about Surah Al-Haqqah. Just to wrap up what I have mentioned, the first point was about guidance is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only. And Surah Al-Haqqah was a direct فينا ولا بيننا شقيا ولا محروما اللهم عافنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا وإلى غيرك لا تكلنا ومن شرور عبادك سلمنا اللهم علمنا ما جهلنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا يا ربنا علما اللهم لا تدع لنا في هذا اليوم الكريم ذنبا إلا غفرته